The NFL is terrified of this as a second-year player for the Eagles has turned heads from many great players in this league, and he keeps getting better as the stakes get higher. Who is this star player? Well, I'll talk about it here on Eagles Digest. What's going on, guys? Alex Brooks with another edition of Eagles Digest. Welcome on in as we get you guys ready with all the news and buzz surrounding the two-time Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. And before we get into anything revolving this video, if you guys are not subscribed to this channel, if you're not a part of the 13.3% who are subscribed to this channel, you guys better hit that subscribe button. Comment down below to join in on these amazing fans of the Philadelphia Eagles. We have content for you. We're kickstarting this channel, and we're going to be posting content every day of the week and letting you guys know on game days. We're going to have so much content for you, so you guys better hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified of all of our videos. We appreciate all the support you guys are giving us. But getting right into this video, as we're talking about CB1, Quinyon Mitchell, Quinyon Bay, CB1 for the Philadelphia Eagles. He has been on absolute lockdown this season to start in these first four games. And I mean, just a guy who has came from a small school like Toledo and is playing against the big time of the big time. He's went up against Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Emeka Egbuka, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, and Terry McLaurin last year and has dominated every single one of them. He has been just on absolute lock right now, and he has just been able to develop his game from last year into this year, and it's just gotten better with every single game, and the moment is just not too big for him. First round pick in 2024, and he has been one of the most stickiest corners in the league, and it's very hard to get separation against Quinyon Mitchell. I mean, when you have a nickname like Quinyon Bay, you are not just a no-name type of guy. That is for, big time corners. Just looking at it, 10, 15 years ago, Revis Island. People all know about Darrelle Revis. They know about him because of Revis Island and how he was able to have that stretch against big name wide receivers. Quinyon Mitchell, he is doing that, and he's shutting out all of these wide receivers and really making the quarterbacks go to other guys. And looking at the first four games, the stats really back it up. It's not just what he has been able to do in the past, and you kind of just say like, oh, Quinyon Mitchell, he's the big name right now. His stats are backing it up when you're looking at it. 27 targets, 12 catches allowed, 87 yards, and a 52.5 passer rating against. He's the only corner with 20 plus targets and under 100 yards surrender. Dominance, complete dominance from Quinyon Mitchell, and having the guys around him to really have the trust in Quinyon Mitchell with Vic Fangio, with Christian Parker. They have spoken wonders about Quinyon Mitchell and his game. And it's not just his coaches. It's not just the people around him. It is the high-profile guys in the league that are starting to talk about Quinyon Mitchell. And one of those guys is who the Eagles are going to see this week, and it is Pat Surtain. Pat Surtain is the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, and he talked about Quinyon Mitchell and what he was able to do what he was able to do in his career so far. Pat Surtain had a lot of great words to talk about Quinyon Mitchell, and looking at what he was able to say about Mitchell's game, he said, "I do watch a lot of film on the young corner," Surtain said to reporters in Denver this week. That's kind of crazy to say right now because I still feel young. I think he's a great corner. He has it all. He possesses the skills and traits that you look for in a corner. He's very feisty. He has great feet, great fundamentals. I think he's going to be a great corner for years to come. And this is a great compliment from one of the guys who is the standard right now at the cornerback position. I mean, to keep Denver in these games and to be able to rely on Denver's defense to really shut down the opposing wide receiver one and help them get into the playoffs last year. Surtain has been at the forefront of that. And looking at next gen stats that I saw today, it says that Pat Surtain has matched up against an offense's number one wide receiver 220 times since the start of the 2024 season, 47 more than the next closest cornerback, Quinyon Mitchell. And what I see about this with Quinyon Mitchell, this is so much respect from the opposing offensive coordinators and head coaches when matched up with the wide receiver one. When you're looking at it, Pat Surtain, we all know that he is one of the best corners in this league, if not the best corner in the NFL. When you're looking at Quinyon Mitchell having those matchups against wide receiver ones, the offensive coordinators, the head coaches, they are putting a lot of respect on Quinyon Mitchell's game, and they are lining their wide receiver ones, not thinking that it's going to be a mismatch. They just know that they want to be the one who can test Quinyon Mitchell with all of their different weapons. And the wide receiver one, that's going to be the one that Quinyon Mitchell is going to shadow each and every time. So it's a big respect to Quinyon Mitchell's game, and it really shows why he is one of the best young corners in the league right now. And I mean, getting a compliment like that from Pat Surtain just does wonders for Quinyon Mitchell and his confidence. I mean, I've seen what Surtain has done over the past 4 or 5 years. You know, he was chosen right before DeVonta Smith, so the Eagles had to, trade back in that draft. They had the opportunity if they wanted to pick Pat Surtain, but you know they traded back and then they traded up with the Dallas Cowboys to get DeVonta Smith. So it all worked out on our end, but a lot of people were thinking like Pat Surtain was going to be a really good corner, and he's shown so far. So Surtain and Quinyon Mitchell, they're the face of the cornerback position right now, and no one can say otherwise. And both of these guys can really elevate their careers. They can elevate their status this week because they're going to be both having tough matchups. And another guy who has been a real catalyst for why Quinyon Mitchell has been able to transition very smooth in this league has to be, when we talk about it, is Christian Parker. Christian Parker is the DB's coach for the Philadelphia Eagles under Vic Fangio's staff, came in 2024, and it was his first time being a cornerbacks coach with the Philadelphia Eagles. And he is one of the engines that has helped kickstart Quinyon Mitchell and DeJean's career. They both had rookie breakouts. They both were up for Defensive Rookie of the Year that got outclassed by Jared Verse. So both of them were just outstanding last year and helped the Eagles solidify that cornerback position. So having Christian Parker on the staff who can really speak wonders about your guys, I definitely think he's going to get a defensive coordinator position very soon in the next couple of years. So the Eagles are going to have a decision of what they want to do with Christian Parker, because I definitely think he is going to get poached by one of these teams who need defensive coordinators. But he spoke a lot about Quinyon Mitchell and his game. He said he goes out there and he's fearless. Parker said he wants to compete against the best anytime he can. He knows he put in the work to earn the right to do that. When you have that, you can pretty much be unshakable. But I think a lot of credit goes to him in terms of who he is as a person to handle whatever comes with that. And something that came with that was his attitude. He had some sort of breakout last year, on the field with his, pass breakups and everything like that. But we saw a different side of Quinyon Mitchell against Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. He was an absolute demon. And if you guys haven't seen the mic'd up with Quinyon Mitchell posted by the Philadelphia Eagles, you guys better check that out after you finish watching this video, because he was an absolute demon and really just doing his game, being a very sticky corner, but also going up into the face of Baker Mayfield, going up and trying to fist fight offensive linemen who are 3 times as big as him. I mean, that is something that is great to see from an Eagles fan, because we've seen in the past where in 2023, the Eagles defense was just getting like pushed around, just embarrassed. Having a guy like Quinyon Mitchell, as long as 27 is on the field, there is no way that anybody is going to push around this defense. And having the guy like CB1 and Quinyon Mitchell just has been beautiful to see, to rejuvenate this cornerback position in Philadelphia. And looking at the stats so far in these first 4 games, looking at what he's been able to do with the tackles, he has 4 tackles in the Buccaneers, 4 against the Rams, 3 against the Chiefs, and 3 against the Cowboys. So he's been very consistent in that department. But a great game with pass deflections. 5 of his 6 pass deflections all came in the Buccaneers game. A team that has had the Eagles number day in and day out, season in, season out. 5 pass deflections, just absolutely on lockdown, absolute dominance from CB1. And honestly, if he keeps this up with the interceptions, he's going to be in the convo for Defensive Player of the Year. And having already 6 pass deflections, that is half of what he had last year in the full season with 12. So he is on a great clip right now. If he gets some interceptions and just has this consistency over the whole season, he's going to be in that conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. And he did get Defensive Player of the Week last week with his performance against the Buccaneers. So adding those stats, adding those accolades, that can help him in that conversation with Defensive Player of the Year. And Pat Surtain being a good example of that last year, knowing that, they always give it to an edge rusher. They always give it to either a linebacker, edge rusher. Kind of the corners and safeties get, undershadowed or overshadowed with the Defensive Player of the Year. But with Pat Surtain winning it, now anybody is in that conversation. And if you're a wide receiver trying to go against Quinyon Mitchell, if your head coach is trusting you to go up against Quinyon Mitchell, I have 2 words for you: good luck. But that's going to do it for another edition of Eagles Digest. Comment down below what you guys think regarding Quinyon Mitchell's game. What do you guys think regarding this Denver Broncos game? And subscribe and hit that bell to get notified of all the videos. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and go Birds, fly Eagles fly.